Okay. I start to share. Hi, good evening. Hi, good evening, everyone. This is Grace, the founder of Soul Love Singapore. Today's our topic is on men's group. So literally, we have questions for our men, and today we only have Vince. Hi, good evening. Yeah. Hi, good evening, everyone. Oops. This is Grace. So tonight we have Vince and Eddie with me. Yeah, just say hi. Just say hi. We are actually earlier by 3 minutes. Okay. Jessie, are you ready? We'll leave the camera to you.
Oh, okay. Hi, I'm Jessie from New Skin. I'm New Skin distributor since 2017. So New Skin is my full-time job. So I'll be introducing a product in share time, and sadly today's the last episode. But I'm happy because we have two cycles in the house, yo. Okay, so we're gonna have a great chat with these two guys. Okay, but first of all, let me introduce you something today. Um, okay, so you know now COVID-19, right? So immune system is very important. Okay, so today I'm going to share with you this life pack. Okay, life pack is actually a multivitamin that's able to boost up your antioxidant. Okay, so today I'm going to do some demo. Yeah, special one. Last episode must do something special. Okay, so let me break this. Okay, there are four tablets in the packet, and you're supposed to take two tablets. No, I mean two packets in a day. So there are actually 40 antioxidant. Okay, so I already put this into two. Okay, first of all, I'm going to use iodine. Okay, this iodine acts as all the free radicals, the bad air that we breathe, all the fast food that we eat. Okay, so over many years, now I'm like 42, right? So I'll have a lot of toxic here. Let me add more. Okay, so you see there's a lot of toxic here. You see? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I just rub some life pack. Okay, guess what happened? You must say the magic word. Hey, nobody say magic word.
Open sesame. Not this.
Okay.
Sorry.
Open sesame. So you see, ta-da!
It should be
I'm
abracadabra.
magic. Okay, so still still we eat nonsense, right? Like, you know, the yeah, all the nonsense lah, prata lah, my favorite, nasi lemak lah, all this. Okay, so see what happened. Ta-da! So that's the magic of life hack. Okay, so it only costs you like slightly more than 100 per month, just to have sufficient antioxidant and also multivitamins immune system, which is essential in our daily life now. Sorry, my tongue, don't know why I tongue tied, because got 2 cycle in the house ma. Okay, so if you are keen, please PM me. Yeah, so should you if you are also interested in a business, you can also PM me. Yep. Okay, because I know a lot of people out of job lah. So
Christy, I'm quite curious. The pack actually, it's all the tablets is within in the pack. How does it actually look like again?
Yeah, actually, oh, so sorry, I broke into. Okay, it's supposed to be 4 tablets.
So each day will be one. You have to finish that pack.
Twice a day, in the morning and at night. So
Just
2 packets a day.
Oh, 2 packets a day.
Yeah.
Okay. So how many? It's come in the strips. Is it come in the strips with all this?
It's this packet.
Oh, it's just come like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
of course, it's in a box now. Of course, it's in a box. Yeah. So the box is for 1 month supply.
Because when we take supplements, literally the supplements will be separated, you see, into different bottles. So this one is what? This is actually by 1 packet, it actually have all the supplements in it.
Yeah. So 4 pills in 1 packet. So
and what are this is like each individual supplements is actually different for the different purpose.
It contains a lot of vegetables and fruits, because actually by right, the number or the amount of fruits that we eat now is not sufficient.
Yeah,
you know,
correct.
last time our Akong time, right? Our Akong time, our vegetables lah all behind, you know, kampong time. Okay, so we let's say for example, apple is apple tree, right? So once you pluck the apple from the apple tree, 它的 nutrients 已经 lose 了, it already lose its nutrients.
Right.
And by the time, you know, Singapore now, you can hardly find an apple tree, right?
Yeah.
So for example, the nearest is where? Malaysia. So
yeah.
by the time they pluck the apple from the tree, they deliver the truck, then now some more worse, COVID-19, they take longer time to reach here. So by the time it reach here, we already lose more than 50% of the nutrients that we need. So basically, right, last time we need to eat, let's say for example, this amount of fruits and vegetables, but now you need to like more than 10 times of it.
Yeah, because I was quite curious. It's actually come in a pack and then with all the little tablets. So it's like you're going to finish 1 pack for the for the morning.
Morning 1 pack, evening 1 pack.
And 1 pack actually have how many capsules are there?
4.
4 capsules. Okay.
Okay.
So this is quite interesting because it's like, as I say, most of the time we have to buy bottle by bottle, you know, we don't buy a pack like that.
Okay, and the best part is, right, this is recognized by a lot of sportsmen, because you know sportsmen, right?
Yeah.
Whenever they eat any supplements, whatever that they put into the mouth, supplements I'm talking about, yeah, it has to be certified.
I see.
Cannot anyhow run like that. Yeah.
Okay.
And this
I quite like the idea of, you know, being packed up in 1 pack, you know, and then you can travel and it's easier to use. Yeah, to me, I find it's very convenient like that. Rather than, you know, find a container. Yeah, rather than find a container, you know, put all the supplements and then you have to remember to eat which is which. So this is actually something that I think is quite good. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And the best part is, right, best part is because I always, as a customer service we do have antioxidant scanner. Okay. Yeah, which is available for example, you buy Life Pack. Let's say like Grace, now you're interested, right? Okay, before taking Life Pack, we'll test your antioxidant score.
Oh, okay.
Skin has this policy whereby they give you money back guarantee if your score don't increase.
I see.
After 30 days.
I see.
Okay, so yeah, that's the best part of it.
Yeah, I think you should introduce this product more frequent.
Okay, good.
Because
Thank you for
personally, I
that.
think that yes, because supplements itself is a require now, where we don't have enough time. We don't have time for food, and in fact, the food that we intake is insufficient. So actually, it's a good idea. The best idea is actually pack up, in one strip, and it's easy to just tear a strip and
Yeah,
yeah.
and I can tell you these are the two guys' favorite supplement.
Yes.
That's why I choose to introduce this today.
Introduce
Hi, guys.
okay, easy for the men. It's easy for the men, yeah. I mean, it's really easy for the men. Great.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay,
today,
so back to base.
yep. Today is our last episode. Initially, we actually have more meals to join because last week I was sick. Unfortunately, I have to postpone to today, and it will be the last episode. And today we should enjoy ourselves and have good time. Okay. We have Vince and Eddie. Vince, can you self-introduce yourself to our audience?
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Vince. So I'm a father of two, so I'm 42 this year. So
Aiyo, father of two already ah. I
yeah,
thought
yes.
still bachelor leh.
Yeah, I also hope so.
You
Wow,
break many girls' heart leh.
I hope my wife is not here.
She is here.
Yeah.
She is watching the live.
Yeah. But she knows it's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. Must protect first. Protect myself. Very important.
No, she didn't write anything. Samantha, we know you're here.
Vince, you know now is what festival?
What festival?
What season? Not festival, season. Sorry What season? You know? Durian season.
Oh, is it?
要小心桂的莲壳。
Oh. No lah. She knows I love her a lot lah, so no worries.
Nice
Must say this live, so that if anything she can find back.
Yeah, you did proof.
Very important.
Okay, Eddie, self-introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. Very good evening to all of you. My name is Eddie. I'm fondly remembered by my own initials, OMY Eddie. My Chinese name goes by Hu Ming Yao. That's why it's easier to remember me with this exclamation, Oh my Eddie. Well, unlike Vince, I am just my father and mother's son. So congratulations, Vince, for reaching the finishing line earlier at the age of 42. So yeah, I run my own car dealership, and I'm an advocate of sustainable wellness, just like Jesse and Vince. I'm sure Grace as well.
Yeah. Yet.
Soon to be influenced.
Well, since today we are just in a very small group, so we'll be casual, happy, informal. So it's pretty okay to speak whether in English or in Mandarin. Yeah. So, well, initially I want to talk about the 5 love languages, but it seems like we have shared quite a lot, during our show in the Ladies' Night. So I thought of maybe today we would like to ask certain questions to our 2 gentlemen here, a single and a married man, with some interesting questions, because we often have this in mind, but we just don't really hear, from outside. So I would like to put this question to you. What makes you insecure? Men are always so macho, want to show that kind of man look, that kind of behavior. But in actual fact, what really makes you insecure?
Vince.
Okay, I'm the best person to answer this question.
Married one got more experience.
Okay, so in what terms of security are you talking about? Financially or spiritually?
Anything that actually will, trap you. Yeah, will really trap you in the situation, and it's more like can be a fear.
I think I'm not sure about other men, but for myself, sometimes I think I do overthink a lot. So that is not exactly something that's actually good, because sometimes when you overthink, and you are unable to find someone that you can talk to, it can be something that is harmful, for you in the long run. I mean, emotion wise, or maybe a relationship with anyone else, and especially yourself.
Because
I think
men
that
don't
is
really
something.
share, right? You don't share with your friends, right?
Not exactly, but you have to know who you should be sharing things with, because you must understand that not everyone is able to give you that kind of the advice that you might want to.
Mm.
I mean, in a way. But
So
of course, I think sometimes men they are maybe because for myself, I'm actually a more quiet guy. I don't really like to talk a lot. So
Race.
I know someone is going to disagree.
huh?
Capricorn.
Who's Capricorn?
Oh, okay, understand. Yeah, Capricorn.
Yeah.
The Earth sign
Mm.
actually, it's harder to share. So
Mm.
when how you overcome it, and in terms of if you feel so insecure and you need to find a certain answer, and you don't really share with the other men, then how you actually overcome it? Because we
Okay.
women literally will talk when we feel uncomfortable. We will just share. Hey, I have financially, I don't know how. I need to do something. What should then the woman will stand to work together to help each other. But for men, I realize that when you're insecure, you don't have the ability, how to share out.
I tend to read. So I try to find things that I'm lacking in. I try to read in that manner. So sometimes through reading, you learn from other people's experience. Of course, sometimes when you find people you can talk to, you talk a bit lah.
I see.
But that's about it for me.
Okay. How about Eddie?
How about yourself, Eddie? Yeah.
He chose about to Eddie.
Yeah. Share friend must share
Yes.
Correct.
Precisely.
Better to seek the experience of someone who's married. First off, my apologies. I think I forgot to extend my gratitude for Grace, Jessie for inviting me and Vince to this show for me once again. My apologies. So, insecurity, well, in simple terms, it's just like what Jessie demonstrated. Missing link in your diet. Most of us go out to look for someone to complete us, when in actual fact, you must feel complete by yourself. So at my age now, I think I've reached that level of maturity.
You mentioned your age just now.
More senior than Vince.
Well, how come you don't look like, Very good, good maintenance.
Hey, be honest. Carrie himself last Thursday even review his age. Carrie reviewed his age. How about you?
I just did. 46.
Okay.
And proud to be so. So very thankful that I adopted active lifestyle from young, despite having an obese childhood. So I'm very thankful for that. But along the way, I guess what is ingrained in me is the introvert character. If you're asking me what makes me feel insecure, is that inborn, I would say introvert, low self-esteem that was kick-started from young. I think I've gotten over that. That is past me. So now it's about self-actualization in terms of what I can truly become as a person, instead of going out there
different.
to search
It's like, the male and the female insecure is actually very different. Yeah. So you find you're secure?
No, I guess men are inherently required to be tougher on the outside.
Yeah.
But deep down, I think, of course we cry, but that's truly being human.
Yeah.
Right. So, what's the next question?
Nice one.
今天的嘉宾很厉害耶！几天啊，我记不住。
Yeah, it's just too bad Patrick is not here. Otherwise, Patrick will be another one.
Thank you.
Yeah, next question will be, what do you expect from a love relationship?
Wow. I
Eddie,
chose the
you want to start
word
first?
Eddie, 接招。人家
Vince 说 he start first.
Oh, he start first. Okay, 我好勇敢。
Oh, I was asking about Eddie lah. But okay lah, it's okay, don't worry.
Okay, you say ask.
I think the question again, I'm sorry.
What do you expect from a love relationship? Because we tend to guess in terms of our men, what they actually want from us. Sometimes we just kind of confused, do you really love me? We always like ask the same question. Do you really love me? But we never ask what you actually expect from this relationship. We never ask about this question. So I think that this is a very good question. What do you expect from the love relationship?
For me, at this point in time, I think what I would be looking for would be the connection, in terms of how well we can communicate. I think that's very important, how we can have the same frequency, that we can actually see things from the same side of the coin. But of course, definitely there'll be different perspectives. But of course, I think it's all about communicating.
I do agree. Communications play a part. Yeah.
Right. So I'm more towards this side right now. I think this is the most important thing.
Well, can you remember your 5 languages, your 5 love languages? What is number 1?
Wow.
Physical touch.
Okay.
I'm surprised.
I think that's normal because most of from the report itself, most of the men are actually under physical touch. Then after that, the second one is quality of time. But for women, most of them are actually the quality of time, touch, and words of affirmation is actually the next. Yeah, but I realized that the men also quite comfortable with the terms of words of affirmations. Yeah, so I guess words also quite important in terms of encouraging rather than using words which is despite using those nasty words, or probably rethink or restructure, in order to communicate better, right? Then, so yeah, I do agree. Communication is very important. Yes, because I go through my situation, without going through a good communication. So I realized after a lot of research, communications play a very important part in our life. Yeah, with your partner, your buddy, your best friend, your colleagues, your peers, literally everyone.
But actually, guys don't really like to communicate, right?
Work-wise they do, but I realize relationship they don't really. They just kind of.
What do you guys think? Like communication.
I think communication is definitely pivotal to any relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, regardless of what stage.
With anyone.
More true that. Yeah. So if you do not understand the other person, but Grace, I think I did highlight to you this before. In a year, we know that there are 4 seasons, but women have been, in my own experience, have been known to experience 4 seasons within a minute, sometimes within an hour. So maybe on that part, you can enlighten us. What is going through your mind when you have that kind of mood swing, aside from the monthly nature's call? Are there any specific reasons?
Actually, I as I gradually grow older, I realized that mood swing just come by just like that. It's actually tougher to control, probably due to the pre-menopause. Because when I read through, it's quite difficult to control your mood swing during your pre-post menopause or pre-post and menopause. Yeah, so I'm not just myself, because I've spoken to quite many women. So this is the age range where we will face a lot of frustration inside us. It's literally frustration. It's like I have nothing. It's like nothing happened to me. I'm in very calm mode. Everything is well. I'm eating well. I'm drinking well, and I don't have any heart stress that come by and bow on me. But but you just feel that hot energy, anger just inside of you that you want to throw out, but you unable to throw out because you need to control the mindset. So it's very frustrating. It's really like, you try to balance your thoughts, but you can't because inside you is boiling. Yeah, it's actually push you to another stage of it's just very uncomfortable.
The only confirm is pre-menopause.
Yes,
so
it's pre-menopause. It's definitely pre-menopause because I don't have much stress now. Okay, as in terms of I just literally just like have to take care of my daughter. Unlike in the past where I even have to take care of my husband. But now it's only my daughter. Yeah. And when she's in school, you know, I have more free time. It's only if she's not in school, then probably I have to spend time with her. Yeah. So it's very difficult to control. It's unlike that's what I want to practice, how to control our, you know, our thoughts so that we can calm down. But when to the situation that your head is controlling, but your body are not. And it's very frustrating. Yeah. So
How would you
throw the ball
advise
back to
guys?
me.
How would you advise guys to handle such a situation? Because mood swing,
It's
you know,
very tough.
it's
In
very
fact,
hard to hit a moving target.
literally it's very, very, you can just walk away. I would suggest the only way is walk away, or you can just calm them down, give them a hug, give them a pat. Don't say a single words. No words can describe that uncomfortable. Yeah, it's horrible. It's really like you are boiling, the fire is boiling inside. Your head is trying to control yourself, but you can't, and then the anger just throw out, you know, naturally from your mouth, and it will be very nasty. It won't be nice. So you probably will see women screaming and shouting on the street. Yeah, it's partially they don't want to control. It's that they can't control. The anger is all inside there. The blood is boiling. Yeah, it's uneasy. You know, at times maybe you can just bring them for some jogging or watch some, you know, some movie or etc. It's very tough to tamas. It's very tough because I really learned how to control my head, but I can't control in terms of what is inside. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
If I may,
Sorry,
if I may add something. So what I've come to understand is that the man must have the awareness, you know, that this is actually happening, you know, to their spouse.
Very forgiving. Have to be very forgiving.
Yes. They have to understand and they have to forgive. Of course, I think other than that, I think still communication is key.
But I can tell you that it's even harder to communicate.
Of course, it's not
it's
when
very
things
hard to even communicate.
Of course, it's not that when things happen, it's before things happen or after, you know, the incident is cooled off, you know, then we need to communicate to see, you know, how the woman
how to help, how to help her to go through this panel, because it's really tough and it's actually by individual. Yeah, for myself, I can feel the impact. In the past, I probably just read about, you know, pre-post menopause, but now I personally, you know, deep inside, deep felt the whole thing. It's like, oh, it's horrible. Yeah, there's no words to describe, but you have to control it, because for myself, I have to control it because I have children here. I control it because of, you know, how my outlook like. Yeah, but it's pretty tough. Yeah. So it's actually impact. I mean, this is actually part of the most important love relationship, in fact.
Actually, in fact, right, I understand from some of my more senior guys, customer, menopause doesn't happen to ladies now. Men also, and then they also tend to be more naggy, flustered. Yeah, actually, we do face the same issue. Yeah, so we have to be more forgiving, more loving. Like what I guess, regardless of what gender, what we need is just a hug. And are you okay? That kind of thing.
Yeah. Even the hug sometimes cannot even be helpful. So you must find out a situation. Yeah, it's really individual. Maybe you just bring them for shopping. Yeah. Spend a few $100. Distress them a little.
The most important thing.
Yeah, you just buy them a good handbag. Maybe this can actually help them to mellow down.
Okay, but guys, you have to say your budget. Like, okay, I bring you shopping, but my budget is $50.
No, if you want to make your partner happy, you know what you care about the budget. Just let her spend. I believe that she loves you. She will know how to spend. You know, a reasonable price. Yeah. So, you know, bring her to shopping or food that she loves to eat. Yeah, I think it's pretty okay. You know, I mean, money you can earn back, but relationship is even harder to earn back, right?
Okay.
So at least you have not shared much about, you know, aspect from your love relationship. You are 46 and you're still single.
What makes you think so? Got Bunny with me.
Okay, so the ball is back to you. 以为你可以逃过。
What's the question again?
Okay, it may not be from yourself, but at least from what you have observed, you see. So what do most of the men expect from a love relationship? Not just yourself. Maybe you can, you know, you have been in a manhunt, you are in entertainment industry before. You more or less would understand in terms of what are the expectations, that what you think women can, men or women, you know, had kind of a better relationship.
What do you expect from a love relationship?
It depends.
I know you want to ask again.
Do you prefer buffet or a la carte?
I prefer a la
Right? Sometimes you love buffet, sometimes you love a la carte. You cannot just basically make a selection. For women, we have more choice. We like choice.
It all boils down to whether you're looking for that one night stand or the long-term partnership. When you say a la carte, that means you specifically know that dish can be the one that you are prepared to accept for the rest of your life. But buffet means that your heart is still not still, or you have not truly understood yourself to know what really meshes with you. Correct? So,
okay, fine, a la carte, yeah.
That's what I mean. In sales, there's this logic called seek first to understand before being understood. But I guess in a relationship, you have to understand yourself first. What makes you tick? But sometimes it takes a few experiences for you to reach that maturity, right? Maybe because of your journey or the other person's journey, eventually the two stars align and just nice. Well, but even then, after converging, it takes effort to go on a, I would say, shared vision together, right? I told you before, it's about team we. So I think that for me is the golden rule, knowing that we have a common direction. And,
actually, I quite agree. No, actually, we like I sometimes I ask people about, you know, what do you think about relationship? They always thought that, you know, chemistry, you know, chemistry is important. And really, chemistry is important, or should be, you know, compatible? You know what I mean? To me, it's like, which one should be more important? If you have that chemistry or being compatible, is that the expectation of relationship? I never thought
it goes
of that.
beyond that.
Yeah, because what I make a clear research. Okay, under a clear research, having that chemistry, it won't last long because it's just that feeling. You have that feeling and that thoughts. But compatible is literally where both have the similarities in the character, the mindset, okay, the feelings and everything. Like the choice of food, you know, one prefers seafood, the other one prefer beef. Then they are not compatible, even though they have chemistry, you know, with that chemistry of relationship, I have the attraction together, but they can't last long because both like different things. But if you can find someone that you can enjoy the same type of food, same type of interests, hobbies, the relationship lasts longer. Yeah. So we may think about this because relationship itself is not so easy as you love at first sight or you have the chemistry with that person, then you can last longer with that person. No, not really. The important part is both must have the similarities in certain hobby, in certain interests of mindset, or maybe in business. Yeah, like Vince and Samantha, both of you in Nu Skin. It's actually good because both is working in the same platform and then working together. Yeah. So there is a kind of a relationship that been born together in business partner. Yeah, it's beyond husband and wife. In fact, such relationship lasts longer. This is under the research. So, okay, fine. Let's go to another question. Interesting one. What do you find attractive in a woman?
Vince.
I only have one word.
这两个很好玩的，丢来丢去的。
Independence.
Independent. Oh,
Independence.
Very important. Yes.
Not just financially, but I think spiritually, and I think up here, this
the
person has to
mind.
be independent, mature. But of course, it's not a overnight process, because when you come together, you will not know how this person will be like until you spend time with this person.
Yeah.
I think
true.
it's all about being more 就是更多的包容啊。Be more understanding and be willing, to give people time, because we ourselves were also not perfect, so we cannot judge others. I don't think it's fair, right? So with this kind of thinking, then only can the relationship go far. But I truly agree with Eddie that before you love others, you must learn to love yourself first, because you cannot give what you do not have. So I think this is very important.
I would say that not love yourself first, but more like understand yourself first, because by loving yourself it can be in any form, but understanding yourself, create that wisdom is more important, because it's just the same as you know yourself, what you really like. You have, in terms of behavior, the way of your working, the way that you expect something. It's kind of principle in you. I've ever met some man that, or some certain guy, they don't really have a principle of themselves. They literally just follow, whoever going to lead them. They are like a follower. But to me, I feel that everyone should have your own lead by yourself. You know what is your boundaries. You know what you enjoy most, by yourself. Yeah. It's not just by loving yourself, but more like understanding yourself, the wisdom in yourself, how to grow every day, learn and practice. Live, love, and learn. I think these are the 3 keywords should be born in ourselves. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Can I ask Vince a question? Since I have the chance to ask, right? Every time I can only ask business, but now I can ask personal questions. Okay. So Vince, can I ask you, just now you mentioned about something like you need time to know the other person, right? But you need time to know the other person. Isn't that during the dating stage? You should know her well enough to move on to another step. Isn't it the case? If you don't know her well, how can you,
I've never thought about this question before, but with this, what I would feel is that you can never know a person well enough, because we are always growing, we're always changing. Of course, we are hoping that we are changing for the better, but you never know, right? So we're ever changing, because if we are not changing, or if we are not growing, we are stagnant. So it really takes time. That's why even in the beginning, really being able to accommodate and be more loving, towards yourself and towards others is really important. Because everyone is is growing. But of course, I think the fundamental is that I believe that everyone wants to be a better version of themselves.
And I believe that you're building the relationship out, build up the the companionship as well. Yeah,
in a sense.
Because there's no way that you can just know a person by a fingertip. Yeah, unless you observe them.
Yeah, so maybe I should say, if you because one cannot be growing and the other one stagnant. So I like Eddie's we. I like when he used the word we. Because in a relationship, it must always be a we. It's not a single-sided thing. So to me, it's like you grow together, and not, one is behind, then the other one in front. Yeah. So it's the same, like when we grow old, you should still hold your partner's hand. Sometimes I really envy those old couples who really make an effort to hold each other's hand, although 他们白发苍苍. That is something that I really salute them.
Yeah, because to build the love in it, and the communication, as what Vince has mentioned.
Communication is very important.
Yeah,
That's when if communication breaks down, one move, then the other is still there. Then that's when problem comes along.
Yeah. Great.
Eddie, to you?
Oh,
How
I
do you
mean, to
find
echo that,
attractive in a woman?
sorry?
How do you, what do you find attractive in a woman?
A woman that takes the initiative to truly express how she feels. If she likes this,
Oh,
yeah, I mean,
Not surprised.
society has instilled in us that, oh, the guy must always make the first move.
no, I don't believe that.
I
That's
find
good.
that it's more charming that the lady who's sure about what she wants truly expresses it without reservation. So
Oh,
coming back to Jesse's earlier point, I think many years ago, one of my friends, in my impression, he has always come across to me as a playboy. But one fine day when I met him many years later, he has actually become a full-blown Christian. So he shared with me, he got married. He said, you know, two persons are like two individual particles. When left to their own devices, they can wander in any direction, unless the foundation of which their relationship is built upon is actually gelled together by a force stronger. And that's where they converge, regardless of how they dynamically function. I mean, you have to converge towards a common point, something that is bigger than us. It's just like when you attend success talks, right? They say your vision, your purpose must be bigger than you. Failing which is all about you. And lately, with all this COVID, I think more people are inclined towards working from home. So it's all about building that personal branding. People want to know you better. And I guess this is also our conduit. People who do not know us in person. It's just like, you know, Grace, Jesse, before we met, we don't really know each other. What we see is just that surface.
Correct.
What we want to dig deeper is that substance, right? But sometimes before you know the person, you got to break the ice. So business standpoint, and I would think that it's like a relationship. You put 10 men or 10 women before you. Our natural instinct is to go for the one that first attracts us. Agreed?
Yeah, definitely.
Are you a visual person? I mean, if you put 10 men in front of you, none of them are talking, just standing there, which one will you pick? What's the first instinct that snaps?
The comfort instinct.
I remember you still asked me that question.
Yeah. Choosing
Right.
durian.
Hold the durian up, shake it a little bit.
Yeah,
So-
it's like, because we know ourselves, so we definitely will know what kind of person that's stuck in front. Yeah, you have a very good call. It's like having a 10 different type of personality standing there with different look and different style. You will have certain preference in a certain way because you know yourself first. You will pick someone like, you know, like myself, I'll pick someone with a lot of energy in them. Okay, very bright, alert eyeballs. Yeah, to me, wisdom is actually from the eyeballs. Yeah, from the way they walk, they behave. Yeah, the dressing, the colors, and etc. So it's actually a little bit of all this attraction. Then you'll find that, oh, this person will likelihood be a plus point. Yeah, correct. I understand what Eddie meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but I really
Yeah.
like the idea of what you have mentioned, you know, the initiative from the woman, because I do aware that a lot of women will probably just sit there, wait, even they like that person, they will just literally wait for the call. You know, they don't even dare to actually, you know, text certain message or upfront to tell the other party. They're just probably too afraid of being rejected. But to me, I'm not afraid of being rejected. I'll rather share with the person how I feel, and I'll give that person the chance to see whether, you know, I have this opportunity. If there isn't, then, you know, just let go lah. You know, no point going, you know, hold tight on it, cry on it, etc. Because literally, you know, the chemistry may be there, but you need to have the similarities, like, you know, in terms of words, when you communicate, both have the same flow, both can actually accept the mindset, both can actually agree with certain views. Yeah, if not, I don't think the relationship can sustain there. But at least I give a try, you know, rather than, you know, if the man, sometimes the man can be slower, or they actually like you, but they're just worried, you know, they're worried that they once they share with you, you'll be very sticky or needy to them, or etc. Yeah, possible, right? Yeah, no, I actually like that. I like your answer.
Actually, for me, I am still quite reserved, although my dressing
Are you
likewise.
sure?
Yeah, I still am somebody
He
very
didn't propose to
traditional.
you, right?
What? Sorry? What did I miss? Okay, I'm still very traditional. I still do prefer guys to at least the first few dates, to initiate the first few dates first, or even good morning or something. I still prefer guys to say it first. I'm talking about not normal guys. I'm talking about and you will have that chemistry. Then you next time you want to see whether
There's
you
a chance whether there's a chance to
common
move on.
interest, that kind. So
Yeah.
that is important. Then after that, whether you click or not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I don't like to waste time. I'm an Aries, you see, I don't like to waste time. So
also don't like
literally, yeah, you know what? When I feel comfortable, I'll just tell them, okay, I feel very comfortable. So, yeah, whether if you know, if you are interested, if you are not, then fine, it's full stop.
So you truly embrace this phrase, seize the day.
I don't want to waste my time.
我还是有女生的矜持啦 but I mean I do agree
Good,
with
because it's everyone have to take initiative to do something. What it's like, you know, you don't just wait for the other party. It's not fair.
yeah, initial lah, but I do agree with Eddie. Then but still we have to really share our likes and don'ts, yeah, and etc. Because communication is really important. For example, hey, I don't like you to talk to this person. I feel jealous with this when you do
Oh
this.
yeah, upfront. You should be
Yeah, that
upfront. I guess
I'm
relationship
okay,
should be upfront. Yeah, you
he has
decide
to
or you're
know.
not comfortable, you should be upfront. You don't.
Yeah.
To me, is I don't keep all this. We realize that the more you keep between, then you know it's like a guessing game. You know, both are having a mind game. Then it's not relationship. It's just a mind game.
Yeah, right. I don't like mind games.
Correct. I believe Eddie and Vince doesn't like it at all, right?
Yeah. They are simple men.
Exactly.
They are simple men.
Cut straight to the chase.
Okay, last question. What do you expect from your partner? You know, sometimes when you probably have a different expectation from your partner and friends, you know. So, you know, like friends, you will probably, you know, 青菜啦, you know, take it easy, you know, it doesn't matter because they are just your friend, you know, whether you're angry or you're upset, it doesn't, you know, give you a hard time. Whereas your partner will be someone that stay close with you, you know, can be your buddy, got a good friend, someone that share thoughts with you. And what do you expect them? You know, it's easy to say that, no, I want my partner to be independent, but you know that now they are your partner. In the past, they may be independent, but now they are, you know, your spouse, and they may not behave the same as before. So how you overcome that?
Vince?
Okay, I think this is a good question, and I think it's an important one. So, like my spouse, of course, she's wiser than me. So I think this is a good thing, you know, because sometimes men, like I mentioned, tend to overthink, and we tend to really be stubborn at times. You know, but sometimes women, you know, when they are being more simple, they're also they are wiser. You know, they can see a bigger picture. So sometimes they can point you out, you know, of your narrowness in that way. So, you know, I'm really thankful, you know, that, you know, she can be my light in that sense. Yep.
Wow, Samantha must be overjoyed. Yay!
My first thought is like, oh, Vince is a very good husband. He knows what he's doing. Yeah.
But that's a fact.
which is good because you will be a role model for whoever that probably certain audience, or maybe your even of your friends. They, it's actually a role model to show them that it's very important to sustain your relationship. And how are you going to sustain your relationship? Communication is what you have said, and you want her to be independent, so you can even help her up in the business so that she has the ability to actually expand herself, which is very good. I mean, if both what I love most is both of you actually working in the same platform, and it's not easy to work in the same platform where both have to share the same thoughts, the mindset, which is very beautiful. I mean, not just the love itself, it's become a buddy, a partner, and the mind has been have that intimacy together. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
you
not
never
just
know what goes
physical.
on during the night.
Yes. So it's really very, very good. No,
Do you
you,
hear what he say? Do you hear what he say?
no, I didn't. What did you say?
Vince,
There's no replay. Maybe Jessie can help to repeat.
Vince, 你喝太多酒了是吧？你知道我在
I
喝
was
是
just,
你耶。
I was just saying you never know what actually goes on, through the night or during the night. Because we are two separate entities, you see. I mean, even though we may have frequency to a certain extent, but definitely there will also be times where we have disagreement. Yeah, but I think it's also a good thing because sometimes we can come to a better understanding of how we think and how we can align. But of course, ultimately, there will still be where we want to stand our point. But ultimately, because where we're heading is the same direction.
Yes.
So we will still tend to align back together. So I think that's really important.
That's very important.
Yeah.
So, Eddie, make sure you find someone that aligns with you.
I guess on this note, what I can add is never forget to be a friend.
Yeah.
Right? Whether you end up being a spouse or it's that lifelong relationship. So always remember that first instant, what brought you together, what was that spark that brought you together. Always rekindle that. I guess in general, women tend to feel insecure more than the guy, the men, and men just want to feel appreciated. So if I can emulate a role model, I know of someone that still sends a rose very randomly to the other half for no rhyme or reason. So
but
I
that's
think
very rare.
Yeah.
That's very rare, and women loves it. 除非他是对方敏感啦 that one nothing.
对钻石敏感吗？
不敏感。
那个 Eddie 那个不可以每次送，那个可以打破。对啊，那个不可以啊，不能这个
每一年一颗或2颗都 OK。
那个也太多了吧，那个。
Yeah, but it's literally I receive diamonds literally from my ex-husband. Yeah. So
it's that day-to-day little thoughts. I think opening the door, little gestures, even cutting food for the other half. I think all this matters.
Yeah.
Because the one fine day, the other person has a fallout with you. The thing that binds things or takes them back to their senses are all these little moments.
Correct. You are very smart of this. In fact, it is all these little consistencies consistencies of action that that build up that strong relationship. Because for women, we don't really need that gift, but we actually need the kind of understanding. It's like how much you really understand about us. Okay, that is important. Hey, Vince. Samantha said, I love diamonds too.
Oh, okay. I never hear that.
I just haven't done it.
So smart.
Yeah, so actually most women actually prefer diamonds, earrings, rings, neck, pendant, it's just something that when we wear it, we can feel that it's a love from our partner. Yeah, the feeling is very, very good, So I think it's pretty okay. I know just a pair of earrings once a year, or maybe a pendant. Yeah, you actually make them, you did cheer them up. Why not? A little gift can cheer them up. Why not? Right?
Actually, to me, I don't care about diamond. It's the daily things that you do.
Everything,
Yeah,
it's literally everything.
男人有不一样，女人也有不一样。
有啦，有很多不一样的。It's just, yeah, but
So to me, daily things that you do is more important than diamond. And
it's time. For women, we already figured out it's time. You must spend more time with them. Yes, quality of time. They just literally need that time. So you need to talk to them. Just tell them, okay, put down your work, let's sit down, and chat for that 10 minutes. Yeah, I think they did love it by holding their hands, just have that moment of time. Yeah. Because it's like literally, husband and wife are busy because there is a need of surviving. So do you really spend that 10 minutes time every day, before sleep or in the morning where you hug, kiss, and, probably say, how are things, how is this and that, share with them about your work, your what you have gone through, those challenges. So Eddie, have you done that to your previous girlfriend?
Friends. Your friends. You cannot only have one. I'm sure about that.
Yeah, such a macho man like you should probably have a few, right? Some over a manhunt. Your title is really what?
No, I think I should maybe eradicate that common perception. Firstly, does it mean that the better looking ones, or the so-called better in appearance, are the ones that will have a tendency to have more partners?
It's subjective. Actually, subjective. I do met men who is very outspoken, very gentle, very nice, very handsome, tall. But they are, I won't say that they are picky, but they actually know themselves so well to the extent that they will probably pick their partner carefully. Yeah. So maybe are you the one, Eddie? Or you've been picky?
Focused.
Should there be any? I know that there are more and more. Actually, I met up quite a number of men who have never married, like yourself, around your age. Okay, not just yourself. There are a few, and I realized that they're just very kind of uncomfortable to step into a relationship, or even those that they have divorced and they have been single for years, and they are also not comfortable to step into a relationship. I'm not sure, is it because of being insecure or certain reason? Have you figured out?
There's no way to figure this out. I think it's all, like I said, alignment of the stars. When it happens, it happens. Certain things 不可以强求，对不对？ But no matter what, you still have to endeavor to discover the best of you every day. Because even if the two of you are happily together at the moment, sometimes a sudden shift in priorities may just tear you apart. It all comes down to how well galvanized your foundation is together.
Yeah.
Right? So what is your why? Not that momentarily flash in the pan, I feel. I mean, having gone through that journey. Sometimes
foundation is very important.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that you have a deep thought about it. So no more questions.
Yeah. I think for the audience, there must be a take-home message tonight. What do you think is the take-home message?
Nobody asked questions. Hi, can we have some questions? Tough ones, please. Too easy.
Yeah. Should anyone have any questions that you can post on Facebook, and we can actually ask the two gentlemen, or maybe myself and Jessie. To me, literally, I mean, from what I have gone through the past, I personally feel that communication is very, very important. and as well added with Eddie's what you mentioned, the initiative. I realized that a lot of couples, you know, the female will tend to wait for the man to speak. Yeah, which I don't think is encouraged. You know, we should pour out from our heart, you know, from our thought, that any discomfort, then we try to resolve it. Yeah, it cannot just keep quiet. From my previous relationship, with my ex-husband, the problem is when we have a fight, he usually will be very quiet. He's very quiet, not a words from him. So I have no clue, and I'm not able to understand, you know, how angry he is, you know, what upset him, you know, is that those words that upset him or driven him to a way which I have no clue about it. So I guess communication is so important. You have to let your wife know that certain words that she have spoke out hurts you. Yeah, at least fair for her to actually realize that it's wrong in that manner. Yeah, because I wasn't in conscious mind until he insists for the divorce. Then I realized that I have done wrong, but I'm not even sure which other area I've done wrong. I have to spend, you know, days to actually do research to figure out which are the words that I have spoke out that, you know, that have driven him to such stage, you know, that I don't even aware that I have pushed him to the wall, because I'm a quick temper, you know, by knowing me, everyone literally aware that I'm a quick temper. You know, when I have a fight, I thought that is, you know, we are couple, so, you know, we are husband and wife. There's no reason to, you know, carry on the anger like an enemy. It should be dissolved soon, and then, you know, forget about it. But literally, it's not this way. You know, I was told, and I was told by him that, you know, he is angry with me for what I have spoken. Yeah, but whether it's true or not, I have no idea. I literally have no idea, because at the end I felt that he has a plot to remarry. So he's like taking a chance to put all the blame to me, and then he can go through easily bypass that. Yeah, so I have no idea actually which is true. Am I in what position? Until today, I'm still in the shock, you know, in a shock term. Please don't do that, man. Please don't do that. If you want to divorce your wife, you have another woman, fine. You know, just talk to them. You know, I believe that, you know, by sharing your problems, it's actually better than by deciding a storyline and then a plot, you know, and then, you know, make your partner into a difficulties. I like myself, I actually have to heal myself, and it's very tough to go through the healing. It's been abused. I'm being abused. I don't even aware that I'm being abused, you see. But later part, when I start to read more, I start to learn about, you know, the situation. Then I did realize that, you know, I'm being abused, and I have gone through a wrongful way of divorce, and it's so much of pain. Yeah, I'm not sure for him, but for myself, it's torturing. Besides, you know, I have to overcome to take care of my child. Yeah. So please, if anyone want to end a relationship, please communicate. Yeah.
So lesson learned, communication is still the most important.
Yes, very important. Take initiative, you know, should there be any fight, take initiative, overcome it, you know, tell them the truth, which part of words or area that actually upset you, you know. Don't just keep quiet, please. Yeah, I've walked through.
I think each of us have some sensitive words that in a heart it shouldn't be used. For example, for my kids, right, I always tell them, don't use the word shut up. To me, it's quite violent. To me, it's quite violent. Yeah, to me, it's quite hard. It's a hard word. Like hate, shut up, go away. These are the words banned in my house. Yeah, it shouldn't even exist. So, and when they were younger, they use, you know, when you tend to get angry, you use such harsh words, right? So to them, to me, I'll just get them to apologize to each other and never use that word again. So since now, yeah, so till now, when they've grown up, because you have to educate them as such lah. So any words that you shouldn't you don't expect the
Try to
other half.
avoid certain words,
Any
another.
sensitive word.
Right.
Okay lah, since Eddie, you are
It's coming to our time.
so,
any questions?
Eddie, like any sensitive words not to use on your what? Any sensitive words that your partner shouldn't use on you?
You are fat.
Sorry? What?
You are fat.
No, if a
No,
person
just
loves
kidding.
you, yeah, okay. If a
Yeah, but
person
I
loves
do
you,
realize that there are people that actually cannot take it.
you shouldn't
No,
say
just kidding. I guess that's just a cliche for a lot of people. So
Words,
the worst kind
certain
of
words.
yeah, I guess the worst kind of hurt is when your other half knows you very well and they presses where they know how to push your buttons.
That's
You
horrible.
know, the one that hurts the most.
Yeah.
So if they knowingly do it, so you have to come to your own consciousness. Are they doing it for themselves, or is it for the teamwork? So for me, I think I always constantly reconcile with that. There's been a lot of self-reflection rather than push it outwards, you know. So eventually, like I said, just endeavor to be the best version of you. There will always be mood swings. And for some reason, men are not entitled to it. So
No, I think it shouldn't be an excuse. It shouldn't be an excuse.
Yeah. We need to be more careful with our words, in terms of communication. Yep, our time is end, and we are happy. Today's our last episode, and wait for our part 2. I'm sure we will improve a lot, and we'll find better topics with good questions. And should anyone like to have any discussion with us, or you're interested to be on live show with us, do text me, because we welcome everyone, because we believe that every single person have a story, and your story can actually help us to grow. So we love to hear from you, and we love to hear your stories that we can actually share to more people and guide more people. And I always believe that learning is part of our life. Learn and practice. Okay, thank you everyone. Have a good night, and we'll see part 2. Bye.
If I may, just do a quick shout out to my friend. I just received a gift from my friend. Thank you, Wanda.
Diamond.
Huh? No, more precious than that. Yeah, a good friend. That's the one I wanted to introduce you to. So, well,
introduce you. Okay.
Another topic.
I got it.
Okay. Bye. Good night. Good night,
everyone. Thank you.
Okay, good
Take
night,
care.
everyone.
Stay safe.
All right.
Bye, Vince.
Take care.
Yeah.
Okay, good night, everyone.
Okay, bye.
Good night.